Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. I am here to tell you about a couple of sales that have popped up. I really thought I'd better jump on and let you know because one of them is ending tomorrow, and I think there's a few good new patterns released as well. I'm going to have an episode coming out for that next week because there's so much to catch up on. I'm also working on a couple of new episodes for transitioning over into the next season. Of course, here in Australia, we are heading on into spring. If you saw at the start of this episode, you would have seen some beautiful blooms coming out in my garden. If you're over in the Northern Hemisphere and you're looking at maybe creating some garments for your autumnal wardrobe, I really hope that you will get a little bit of inspiration out of what I've got to show you today. Have you subscribed yet to my channel? I really hope so. If you haven't already done so, I would really appreciate that. And the little notification bell will help remind you when they come out because you'll be alerted immediately. So I just love that I can get back and bringing you more weekly episodes. I've been on a little bit of a break after not being too well after surgery. So I really am feeling very inspired. I'm doing a lot of watching on YouTube myself. Now, one way that helps me when I kind of lose my sojo and I can't think of what I want to make is jumping on over to Instagram and seeing what everyone's doing. And I also have the Dahlia Sewciety over on Instagram. If you haven't followed along there, it's a great way to catch up and see what I'm making in the middle of doing. Head over to Instagram to check that out. I know a lot of you have gone over to Pinterest to follow along with me and look at my patterns. Every time I buy a new pattern, I add it onto my Pinterest account. That way, it really helps remind me. I love seeing a visual there because it does feel kind of, I get a visual input. Otherwise, if it's just there and listed on a computer screen, I tend to forget what things are. And I also think just seeing what mixes and matches and what other people have done really can help you figure out what you want to make. Maybe you get some fabric there that you're just not knowing what to do with. Here in Melbourne, we are heading into spring. There's a week left here of winter and it already feels warm. We've had 2 days at 20 degrees and that's in winter. So well and truly, I can smell spring in the air. I can feel it. Even though we have got a very cold week coming back again next week, it's very up and down and you tend to find gaps in your wardrobe when you get those kind of up and down weather days. So I'm sure you're all feeling it and maybe you're needing some ideas there. But at the moment, it really does feel very spring-like. The birds are out and a lot of my trees and plants and vines are getting those first little buds of spring. So it's very exciting. Now, let me fill you in on some sales happening. First of all, a big congratulations to Helens Closet Patterns. They are celebrating 5 years. So Helen has got a 25% off sale on all of her patterns over on her website. 25% off is fantastic. That is excluding her 2 newest patterns, which are 20% off. That's the Reynolds and the Sandpiper patterns. So either 25 or 20% off, you can't go wrong. Personally, I've gone over and grabbed the March pattern because I love the blouse pattern. There's a couple of bits of fabric in my stash. I can really see that March pattern being a great one to make up. And also I'm eyeing off the Gilbert pattern. I think I'm going to have to go back and snatch that one up too because I've just seen a hack that Helen's done. I'll pop a picture up. She's done a Gilbert top hack into a shirt dress. Personally, I love a good shirt dress. I just think they're very, very flattering and very smart to wear. But also she's got an unbutton there over a pair of jeans and a tank top. So that looks like such a versatile pattern. So I would say I'm probably getting towards having just about all of her patterns now because I just think they are great patterns. She's a lovely person, Helen. She puts so much work into that company. I just think her instructions have got to be one of the best, especially for beginner sewers. So if you haven't got any Helens Closet patterns, now is a good time to grab one, 20 or 25% off. Another sale happening, and it does end tomorrow, is Tilly and the Buttons. Tilly and the Buttons have got 20% off all of their patterns until Sunday, the 22nd of August. Now, here in Australia, we're still the 22nd of August, but you guys are a little bit ahead of us. So I think if I can try and get this video out tonight, it might allow a lot of my Aussie viewers to get on board there for tomorrow before it ends and grab some patterns. You've got to put the promo code in as hot to receive that discount. But the Lyra dress is one I'm really eyeing off there. I've seen some beautiful versions of that one too. So head over to Tilly and the Buttons to hopefully get in time to grab one of those patterns at 20% off. Very highly anticipated pattern release, of course, is Closet Core Patterns. They've released a beautiful Pauline dress, and I did show that on my last episode. It's one that I'm thinking about making with that beautiful big dramatic sleeve, and that is a great pattern. It's a beautiful dress, a very kind of boho romantic inspired gown, either a dress shift dress style or the long. And another big anticipated release from the Closet Core ladies is the Core Fabric Store. Now, Core Fabric Store is going to be running hand in hand with Closet Core Patterns. Now, that Core Fabric Store, you'll see those new fabrics have been displayed and on her new patterns. Of course, fantastic way to show things made up. Some beautiful fabrics there, very, very tempting. And of course, a lot of things have sold out very quickly, and I think a lot of people are loving the fact they can see things made up, how it's going to look as well. So the Core Fabric Store looks like it's going to be very popular and a great way to display things and have them kind of a bit of an idea how things are going to work out once you sew them up. So I'm loving the look of that store. So a very brief catch up today to fill you in on those sales happening. Don't forget to jump over to Helens Closet and till in the buttons to hopefully get yourself a couple of patterns on sale. And I'd love to know what you've bought. If you've bought any of those patterns in the sale, let me know what your favorite patterns are, either from Helens Closet or from Till in the Buttons. I know it's hard when you start collecting so many patterns. It does get a bit overwhelming, but I just think it's so nice to have that bit of a selection there, because you just never know what pops up. There's fabric in my stash just calling my name, ready to be starting to be sewn up. So I have been working on a couple of things that I will be presenting to you guys very shortly too. So do stay safe, happy sewing, and we'll see you shortly. Bye for now.